pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first down throw. Luck throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
To right. One back. 53.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. On second down, here's Luck. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10, just shy of the 30. Now it's the Boise State alum, getyaw8tup1's. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey. 4 down. Don't go. 20. 44. Back. 44. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll give him a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Dre 15. Shorty. That's it.
To throw is Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. And now out come the Giants. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's Luck now on second down. And he's got the rookie from Alabama, Calvin Ridley. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. To throw on second down is Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a play fake here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A shotgun snap for Luck. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Graham. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, here's Luck. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ray McLeod, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, here's Wentz. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
82.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Damon Harrison coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go. Let's go. Great. Lion. Stack.
Now Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Lion.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Out of the gun, Luck. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, Luck. Flush to his right. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A handoff to Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Giants on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Luck now to throw. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Luck now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Luck. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Lion. 81. Black. Come on. Shorty. Here, sit. Come on now. Black. Come on.
Wentz going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back seven on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now it's Locke. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Vecchio now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
82, 82.
Working from the gun, Wentz goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And a nice spin into some open field. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 12. To throw is Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Vecchio puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Let's go. Great, great.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he's got some space here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Black. Here, Great 15. Great 15.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right to Barkley on the check down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Block on third down. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Shorty. Go.
Wentz to throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wentz on third down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Olivier Vernon, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On second down, here's Wentz. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch 42. Run. Great.
Wentz now to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Into the red zone. Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. And he's got it up and through. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Back to throw. Love. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 18 yards there and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Giants on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Luck. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Luck now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Run. Grade 15. Grade 15.
Wentz now on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wentz. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Go, go. Lion, lion.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Shorty, shorty, shorty. Great, great. Here we go. 120. There, sit. Black, black. Great 15. Great 15.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Bengals scoring again to extend their lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.